play together and to say hello. It's time for us to unite in the name of peace. But what is peace? So often we will say it's not war, and yes, but oh, it's so more. It's time for us to come together, you know in your heart that we're all in practice. None of us get it right from the start every time, but if we never try, we'll not get any better than we were before we dared to care. And that is why you and I must reach the tipping point together. It is time for us to unite in the name of what is right. You will feel it in your heart. It is what is most resonant. What is resonance but frequency? You are on the same level. It is time for you to find the tribe you vibe with, because your vibe attracts your tribe, and that is who you draw towards you. Although if you were raised or introduced and influenced by a narcissist, then you are going to have a problem, maybe with boundaries, because all you ever wanted was for them to think that you were as amazing as you are, and they couldn't because they didn't know that they were as amazing as you, the light that you are. And so you grew to believe that you had work to do on yourself, and you do, but so do all of us, and none of us get it right. It is time for us to come together, time to say what is possible. I hope you know what is possible is what you are willing to go for. That is the only secret in this game of life. You've just got to be willing to decide. If you decide to try and give it your all, and even if you fall down, you can know that you dare to try. You couldn't do this in the city without trouble. And even here, nobody likes to hear somebody else's singing, unless it is to bring them up or to a better experience. It's time for us to let go of all of the hatred we inherited from those who came before us. If you dare, did you know that what you do not just for you? You are doing it for all of those who came before and after. There is more for you to share with them when you know something about who and whose you are. It's time for you to be willing to find your footing in the dark, to go into those shadow places in your kingdom where you told some part of you they were not good enough to be in this this beautiful space that you call your home. Home is where the heart is. How much passion do you have in the hearth of the fireplace of your little room? That is what you must ask yourself. Are you standing on concrete or are you going over to the grass? Oh, why do you ask? It is time for us to learn to support ourselves as we challenge ourselves to go to a new extreme that makes us scream as we tax ourselves and reach. Whew, guys, that's enough. What do you think? I did that while friggin' whistling. That's exciting. I'm getting ready for a handstand. You look ready for leapfrog. Oh, amazing. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining in. So great to see you all today. I say to you, it is time for us to pray together as one. Did you see how the lighting changed when I said, let's do this one for fun? Remembering we are the one we've been waiting for. It's time for us to know that sometimes we will want more, and that's okay. And yet it is time for us to do the priorities of where we invest our time, money, effort, attention, and energy. All of that make up our team players. TEEAM, oh yeah, baby. Did you know? I'm sure you have heard me talk about them, but not in such a state of flow. Because don't you know that we are the ones we've been waiting for? It is time for us to know that we have to go within And when we do, we rely less on the outside. And that's going to be especially important as we venture into the territory that we will. Oh my, yes, that is not a drill. It is just life happening as we go through it. And it is to say we are the way. It's the We Too movement. Will you join? We two, let's go out together and find that we were the ones we wanted to find us, and already did when we were willing to go within. That's why the gods were so clever when they buried the secrets of the universe in the hearts who would not think to look inside of themselves to find the answers they seek on the outside, asking others about themselves. How silly does that seem to you and me, oh baby? I say the possibilities are endless as long as we are willing to plug our power back into an authentic platform. And to know that she has an energetic frequency that supports us, brings us back into harmony. It's time for us to go inside again to say we are upside down and we fought to get here for so long. We didn't speak up and now we still can for a while. And then what happens when they start charging for emails? Did you think of that? I did. Because I have an email series you can sign up for at ljeh.ca. It's to say, should we just play? Oh dear, oh dear. Mm-mm. All right, guys. Well, hearing the random fun things that fly through your head in song is fun. I think so too. It's fun to be in my head, to be fair, most of the time, except for when it's not. And then that's just because I've fallen out of alignment. So, guys, thanks for tuning in, ladies too. And I do notice there be a marketed number of guys, more so than women. And I also just dare to bring up the fact there is a fight between the masculine and feminine that has always been at play, and that now especially is really interesting to observe the power dynamics. And so really being aware of where you feel what you feel you have, being very aware of whether you feel like someone or a relationship is uplifting you, or whether you feel it is suppressing you, whether it is keeping you who you were before you decided to grow, before you decided to know the bigger truth to all that's happening. All that's happening is here. All that's happening is now. It is time for us to. Do you ever just play like a child? Even just act like it in that moment when you're like, dear God, what is she on? Nothing. I've smoked a little pot, I have to say. Namaste. But otherwise, I really just like to vibe on my own frequency, and sometimes also have a little bit of extra plant medicine there. I have my OG coffee as well, which is reishi mushroom, which is a really healthy mushroom because our bodies are very much like the mycelium, I think it's called, that is underneath of the surface of the earth, where basically you have all of these neural networks underneath the surface, like in the brain. That's the same with the mushroom. And so if you think about that overlap in imagery, then you can understand why the mushroom can be so good with helping to reprogram those moments when you feel out of alignment, those moments when you don't feel like you're running a good program because you're not, because we are a computer system. We are the ultimate computer system. There is no chip that has to go in us to run it. It is the soul spark, the God spark, that we are, the speck of stardust that came into physical form here as we are. You know, I don't know, but I go with the flow. It's true. Sometimes we don't get off to a good landing. Or is it a start? Or do you flip the parts and fuck with the matrix? Oh my, there is she going. Again, she smokes pot and she swears. Oh my, she's fucking human. Go figure. Just kidding. Nobody didn't think I was, but for anybody that felt like they needed to be perfect, like I did, let that go. Woo! Yeah, baby. Just be who you are. And if you like a little bit of extra sometimes, including extra relationships, then go for it. Because in the scheme of things, we're all doing the very best we can with what we know to be true. We've been socialized with a system that says you need to have one other because that's what made society go round and guarantee that they would come back, but sometimes they don't. But generally, it held the family together if you knew that that was yours. But did you know that back there were traditions? I don't know where specifically. Strikes me in Africa, though. I don't know for sure. That no prejudice. It just strikes me that that's where the story took us, but I don't know for sure. But all of the justification made me lose sight of the story that I was going to say about the way they play together. Don't know, got distracted by the justification. Oh my, it is time for us to decide to build a platform we can all stand on. It's time for us to reach the tipping point. It is time for us to unite, to overlap our fingers and come into this moment together. There's a reason why you tuned in. It's not just for the show, or maybe it is, you never know. But I hope that you got more from it than just the show. I hope you heard something that you can use in your daily life, because that is your sacred practice. If you didn't remember that, then please do. It's time. You're very uplifting. You're perfect, not so much, but I do my best to remind all of us we don't need to be perfect in order to be the ones we've been waiting for. We're the ones we've been waiting for. We're the ones. I am sweaty and hot now because I have been moving, and I hope that you have been too. Do you like the scars under my arms? Those are my battle wounds. Hello, my dear friends. Welcome to the new moon. I'm no, just kidding. It is the solstice, though. So know that it is time for a lot of endings and new beginnings too. Did you know it's time to put up your hair into the, then go into the wilderness that is so manicured, that is called outer life. I don't know what I will say next, and neither do you, my friend, even when you try out and pretend it's going to find you. I'm getting better. I'm learning my tipping point. Did you know that we have one too as a collective when we no longer have to fall when we used to? It's time for us to be willing to go with the flow. Did you know it is time for us to unite? It is time for us to kiss the earth and say thank you for all that she's done for us. I can't yet do a straight up. But I will. I'll get there. Handstands gave me a lot of lessons because I worked on them for like 2 years. Have you been working on anything that long? You are so beautiful. Oh, thank you. I am so grateful for all of you, for joining in, for saying hello, for coming to play and stay for as long as it takes for you to get the message that you came here for. And my hope is that you got some upliftment, some sprinkles of magic, as I hope to gift in my transmissions, which are really just conversations, because you can say it's a transmission, or you can say it's a conversation, you can say it's just having some dialogue, but ultimately it's simply about recognizing that It's all happening now. It's all beautiful. And it's all going to be exactly what we think that it is, because that's how we're going to perceive it. And it is these eyes that see and determine then the lies that make our imperfect reality into something that it may or may not necessarily need to be. But who knows? That evidently was what you needed to know in that moment. I think you are the kind of perfect person that fits to uplift and make me smile, perfectly imperfect, mixed with a little wild. I thought you were going to say weird. Wild I like though better. That's nice. Your style is my flavor. Oh, that's amazing, Jared. You guys are my flavor. You guys are just so wonderful, so delightful. I so appreciate you, and I hope that you feel how genuinely I express my enthusiasm for your magnificence in this moment. So please know that wherever you are in this world, whatever phase in your life you're at, whether you feel like you have failed miserably or are flying high and can't be taken down, wherever you are, please know that you are exactly where you need to be in order to bless that person that needed to hear from you, that needed your message, that needed your light. And Dude says, Isaiah 58:8, then your light shall break forth like the morning. Your healing shall spring forth speedily, and your righteousness shall go before you. The glory of the Lord shall be your rear guard. Amazing. The glory of the Lord shall be your rear guard. See how the light changes. This is prayer. I did not ask for that prayer, but I thank you for it, because in gifting that to you, then we get to feel the power of it. Let me say it again. Then your light shall break forth like the morning. Your healing shall spring forth speedily, and your righteousness shall go before you. The glory of the Lord shall be your rear guard, and to know that the Lord is the L-A-D apostrophe or L-A-W apostrophe D. The Lord was the Lord, that then they changed the words of, but the Lord, the Lord, was the one who understood the universal laws, the ones that helped us know that we are all the Jesus Christ incarnates. We just haven't yet embodied the light, shone enough of our own light onto the shadows within us to expose those corners that we were so afraid of before. Now we have that chance to do exactly that, and it is perfect. And that is why you have shown up to this moment so alive. So breathe in this breath that is your last as the you that you were before, because now you get to choose something better. You get to choose something better. You get to say it your own way. You can say it, not spray it. They would always say when we were growing up, and they are going to be turned around now because we are winding down. Sorry, that's a totally inappropriate view for you, and I apologize for that. Some of you may have liked it because that's the nature of life. And then others would say, couldn't you have covered yourself a little better? And yes, I did think of that. And then I also realized this was how I was sitting here live in my own home. Well, my papa's, but doing my own thing. And why dress up to perform? Oh, wait, that's kind of hand in hand, wouldn't you say? Okay, next time I can cover up, I can pretend more, but I like to wear very little sometimes because it is symbolic for all the veils that we lift off. If we take off all of the layers, then what we've got left is not just soft. It's hard as a rock because we've toned it. Let's exercise the vessel. Who's in it to win it? It's Nettie. My God, how are you, girl?
Good, how about you?
Amazing. Guys, Nettie just showed up. Hey, yeah, sorry. So, thank you, Nettie. I'm going to go, guys. And that is all for tonight. So 30 minutes has come and went just like that. How did you spend your day? Because you've traded your life to spend it that way. I hope that you remembered that. And I wish you a wonderful night. Much love. Laura J. Namaste. The light in me honors the light in you. Thank you. All right.